Sam Elliott, the man, the mustache, the legend. Known for his gravelly voice, rugged charm, and unforgettable role in Roadhouse, 1989, Elliot has long stood as a symbol of tough guy Americana. But behind the fists, the fights, and the iconic one-liners, there was a hidden influence shaping the film in ways most viewers never realized. The fight sequences in Roadhouse weren't just brawls. They were a carefully choreographed dance of chaos. From the barroom showdown, where Dalton faces down local thugs, to the inventive use of bar stools and bottles as weapons, every scene blended martial arts precision with gritty realism. That balance came thanks to fight choreographer Benny the Jet Urquidez, whose work gave the film a distinctive edge. His style ensured the fights felt raw and accessible, yet thrilling enough to elevate the movie into cult classic territory. Unlike many action films of the time, Roadhouse leaned heavily on its cast, doing their own stunts. Patrick Swayze underwent intense kickboxing training, pushing his body to the limit for authentic, high-energy sequences. While audiences were mesmerized by Dalton's ferocity, Elliott's understated presence and the film's secret fight design made those moments unforgettable, blending brawny action with hints of the Western genre Elliott personified. The film's origins were just as grounded. Screenwriter David Lee Henry drew inspiration from a small-town bar he once visited, naming Dalton after Dalton, Georgia. That real-world connection gave the story about a bouncer cleaning up a rough bar in a small town, an authenticity that resonated with audiences. Roadhouse also shares a quirky bit of trivia with another 80s classic, 48 Acres. The garages where Dalton parks his Mercedes are the same ones used for Eddie Murphy's character in that film. Small details like this tie Hollywood productions together in unexpected ways, adding extra depth for film buffs. For Patrick Swayze, starring in Roadhouse meant sacrifices. He turned down major roles, including Gabriel Cash in Tango Cash, which went to Kurt Russell, and Lieutenant Harrigan in Predator 2, eventually played by Danny Glover. Injuries sustained on the Roadhouse set even forced him into a lengthy recovery. Still, his commitment to the role of Dalton paid off. It became one of the defining performances of his career. Casting also played a pivotal role in the film's legacy. Originally, Annette Bening was set to play Dr. Elizabeth Clay, the love interest. But Swayze felt the chemistry wasn't working, and she was replaced by Kelly Lynch. The change proved crucial. Lynch's portrayal brought strength, warmth, and tenderness to the role, perfectly balancing Dalton's rugged masculinity. Her dynamic with Swayze provided emotional weight amid the chaos, grounding the film with a romance that audiences truly believed. Their connection wasn't just scripted. Off-screen, Swayze and Lynch built a genuine rapport, which translated into authentic performances filled with respect and intimacy. It gave Roadhouse its emotional center, ensuring it was remembered not only for barroom brawls, but also for the beating heart at its core. The casting change turned out to be a win for everyone involved. For Roadhouse, Kelly Lynch proved to be the perfect choice as Doc, but for Annette Bening, leaving the project opened the door to something greater. Soon after, she landed a leading role in The Grifters, which earned her critical acclaim and an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actress. It was a reminder of how unpredictable Hollywood casting can be. One actor's setback can become another's breakthrough. Still, Lynch's presence in Roadhouse felt destined. Her portrayal of Doc wasn't just about playing the love interest. She embodied a character with strength and vulnerability, someone who shaped Dalton's journey rather than standing on the sidelines. That balance elevated the film, giving it emotional stakes beyond the barroom brawls. The decision to bring Lynch on board highlighted just how crucial chemistry is in storytelling. Her synergy with Patrick Swayze defined their relationship on screen and gave the movie its emotional heartbeat. In many ways, those casting choices helped transform Roadhouse from a simple action flick into a cult classic that continues to resonate today. Swayze, meanwhile, added his own grit to Dalton through both performance and persistence. At one point, an on-set injury required him to wear a bandage across his abdomen. To cover it, he threw on a simple tank top, a practical choice that unexpectedly became an iconic part of Dalton's look. That small detail, born from necessity, now feels inseparable both from the character's rugged image. By the time Roadhouse went into production, Swayze was already a superstar thanks to Dirty Dancing. His popularity brought swarms of admirers to the set, sometimes overwhelming security teams, as fans tried to catch a glimpse of him. Yet despite the chaos, he remained professional, channeling both charm and intensity into a performance that balanced his heartthrob appeal with serious dramatic weight. Kelly Lynch also showed remarkable dedication to her role. To portray Doc authentically, she immersed herself in the medical world, shadowing doctors and nurses, studying medical procedures, and even learning the subtleties of bedside manner, bringing depth and realism to her character. In pivotal moments, like when Doc treats injured patrons, Lynch's authenticity shines through, grounding the chaos with intelligence and compassion. Her performance reminded audiences that even in a gritty action film, characters could have depth, nuance, and emotional resonance. She gave Doc a quiet strength that balanced Dalton's raw toughness, ensuring that her role was just as vital to the story as the barroom fights. The film's Western undertones tied everything together. Sam Elliott's Wade Garrett wasn't just a seasoned mentor. His name subtly nodded to the infamous Sheriff Pat Garrett, the lawman who killed Billy the Kid. That connection infused the character with a timeless cowboy mystique, bridging Roadhouse's martial arts chaos with Elliott's Western roots, and giving the film its enduring sense of rugged Americana. Sam Elliott's portrayal of Wade Garrett carries a quiet strength and wisdom that echoes the classic heroes of the Old West. He's not just another bouncer. Garrett embodies the spirit of a cowboy lawman, standing up for the underdog while navigating a corrupt town's dangers. The screenplay hints at his past without ever fully revealing it, leaving audiences to wonder about the untold stories behind his rugged exterior. Elliott's understated performance, combined with these Western undertones, gave Roadhouse an added layer of depth, making Garrett a figure of mystery and timeless grit. The action that defined Roadhouse owed much to martial artist Benny "The Jet" Urquidez, who crafted the film's hard-hitting fight choreography. Known for his work with legends like Jackie Chan, Urquidez blended martial arts precision with the raw, messy energy of barroom brawls. His choreography emphasized fluidity, power, and realism, allowing Patrick Swayze and the cast to perform stunts that felt both cinematic and authentic. It was this balance that made Roadhouse stand out from standard action flicks of its era. Filmmaking always comes with surprises. Kelly Lynch, who dedicated a full month to learning real medical procedures in preparation for her role as Dr. Elizabeth Clay, revealed in a later interview that when it came time to film a key scene, she didn't use stitches at all. She used a stapler. That twist of on-set practicality perfectly reflects the unpredictable nature of movie making, yet her dedication still showed through in her grounded, compassionate portrayal of Doc. Roadhouse also has its share of unexpected casting lore. Action star Steven Seagal once auditioned for a role in the film, though he later admitted he couldn't recall which character. While he didn't make the final cut, the story highlights just how much interest the project drew from major stars of the late 80s. Imagining Seagal alongside Swayze and Elliott offers a fascinating what-if scenario for fans. The film's marketing leaned into Swayze's newfound stardom after Dirty Dancing. The clever tagline, "The dancing's over, now it gets dirty," bridged the romantic energy of his earlier hit with the gritty intensity of Roadhouse. It was a perfect hook, attracting both longtime fans and new audiences curious to see Swayze in a tougher role. What many didn't expect was Swayze's musical contribution. After penning and performing She's Like the Wind for Dirty Dancing, he added 2 more songs, Cliff's Edge and Raising Heaven, In Hell Tonight, to the Roadhouse soundtrack. His music deepened the film's tone and reminded audiences that Swayze was more than just a screen fighter. He was a multifaceted artist whose work carried emotional resonance beyond the action. Roadhouse was originally a much larger film. The first cut ran nearly 3.5 hours long. Sam Elliott later confirmed that the initial version clocked in at 3 hours and 20 minutes before being edited down to its final 114 minutes. Entire character arcs and subplots were left on the cutting room floor in favor of a tighter, more streamlined narrative. While some of that material may never be seen, its existence adds to the film's mystique, leaving fans to wonder what lost moments might have further enriched the story. Upon its release, critics were divided. Some praised the explosive fight sequences and Swayze's undeniable charisma, while others dismissed the plot and dialogue as thin. But over time, the film found its audience. What once seemed like a rough-edged action movie became a cult classic, celebrated for its unique blend of Western sensibility, martial arts choreography, and pure 80s grit. Though Roadhouse wasn't a massive box office hit when it first debuted in 1989, the film has only grown stronger with time, cementing itself as a cult classic of 80s cinema. Its mix of gritty action, campy drama, and unforgettable characters has earned it a loyal following and countless pop culture references that keep it alive decades later. The film's legacy expanded beyond the screen, inspiring a 2006 direct-to-video sequel, a surprisingly successful off-Broadway musical, and even talk of a Ronda Rousey-led reboot in 2016, proving its story still resonates. While those projects never quite captured the spirit of the original, they reinforce the fact that Roadhouse remains more than just another action flick. What truly sets it apart are the stories behind the film, the casting shakeups, the real injuries endured on set, the chemistry among its actors, and the meticulous fight choreography that gave every punch and kick weight. Add to that its musical touches, sly nods to Western lore, and the now iconic tagline, and you get a film that's become far greater than the sum of its parts. At its core, Roadhouse is a testament to collaboration, the way passion, risk-taking, and raw energy can create something timeless. Its heart isn't only in the barroom brawls, but in the authenticity the cast poured into their roles. That's why, decades later, fans still celebrate it, not just as an action film, but as a cultural touchstone. The magic of Roadhouse is that it continues to entertain, inspire, and surprise new generations. And that enduring spirit is its greatest legacy.